So, the Capcom annual integrated report came out today, and there's a couple of interesting things I wanted to discuss. In this report they go through things like their financials and growth strategies and future plans, but there's a few interesting things I want to talk about. One of these is an included message from Jun Takuchi of the Division 1 team, which handles development of games such as Resident Evil. Now, this particular message includes mentions of virtual reality as a new major focus. And he wrote, quote, "We are focusing our energy on challenging the virtual reality game market, building a new game development engine able to support VR." Now, you may have seen a demo of one of these Capcom experiences at E3 this year called Kitchen, and that's kind of like a little demonstration of their abilities, and according further to the statement from Jun, the response to this was excellent, and they're also simultaneously developing titles for current game consoles, so have no fear, this won't interfere with any of the games they're currently working on or we're going to be working on in the future. Basically, VR will be occurring simultaneously at the same time, so it won't delay anything or anything like that. A VR engine is definitely something we could all use. Obviously, if they make it private just for themselves, it's a bit different, but maybe they'll allow people to pay for the license to use it or something. Even not, it's still interesting to see that they're obviously throwing a fair bit of time and money at VR. So the other thing I want to discuss is actually their main pipeline for what games they're going to be working on. Now, this is for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2016, so it's from now up until this point, the foreseeable future. Now, Dead Rising and DMC are among the franchises which they have plans for in that particular time period. Now, we don't know much about who's going to be working on it or anything like that. We literally just know that they have some sort of plans for DMC and Dead Rising. Now, we also have Resident Evil there, of course, as well as Monster Hunter and naturally Street Fighter and other series. So we don't know what they've got planned or anything like that, and as I said, this is for the fiscal year ending March 2016 and even beyond that, so don't expect to see any information about these anytime soon, but it's nice to see they're at least thinking about going back to DMC. Now, I know the most recent one, DMC Devil May Cry, really divided fans. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I personally liked the gameplay. The story and the characters weren't great, but the gameplay on the even though it was on the easy side, especially for DMC, it wasn't bad. It just needed work, and it went in a direction obviously that a lot of fans didn't like. So they're probably going to be going back to the more traditional style, but who's going to be taking care of it, we just don't know. Still, it's nice to know that that whole experience didn't put them off working on DMC, because that is a really good series I've been a fan of since playing the very first one, back whenever that came out, an age ago it feels like. Regardless of all that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.